So I just want to share a little bit more about the creation of value or doing good, purpose, natural passion. Everybody talks about this all over the internet or anywhere you read a lot of the self-help books. When I was a child as well, I was reading all about passion, find your passion, find stuff you like, find things that you will do and you will never have to work a day in your life. And I was always wondering, what was that? And if I was wondering and I was digging so deep, I wonder for people who don't have time, who don't have the same resources as me, I don't think you'll have that opportunity to find that. Now, what I'm talking about is how can I break it down easier for you guys to understand purpose, passion, because I found a lot of things that I really, really love and I enjoy, and life is a breeze for me now, but it wasn't that way before. How I decided to break this message to you guys is purpose and passion is hard to define, and it has been even clearer for me because I met a girl recently who graduated law school. She's been pretty famous on the internet right now because she talked about how she got her law degree, passed the bar exam in Singapore, got everything required, and then she didn't take the job as a lawyer and she started her own gym because that's her real passion. And I connected so much with that because the gym is my real passion, but I only used it as my side hustle, or basically my tool to manage my mental health and stress all through as a child and as an adult. When I was working hard and I was getting a lot of stress and difficulty, that was where I managed to go and just cope with it, even till today. And I don't know how to explain to people, how do we find this? But number one tip she shared with me was, you have to explore, right? Find and try all kinds of stuff that you want to try. Don't stick yourself to one thing and one thing only and hope to be a master of it, even though you think you might like it, because it has to be something that you can do every single day and love and want to pursue, right? It could be even gaming. I know a guy who has risen to the top of gaming companies. And when he was young, all of us told him that gaming was a waste of time. Today, he makes games for a living, right? So please find that passion and find that purpose. But how do I define that purpose and passion? To break it down even easier for you is, instead of influencers talking about creating value, I ask you to find the value of your intention, right? The intention of the value. Because probably the intention of you is to be kind. Naturally, all people on earth who are around here, who are firstborn, nobody wanted to be evil. Nobody wanted to be bad. But because of the way they were brought up, the environment that they were living in, they naturally inclined to do certain things that were not right, didn't serve them and didn't serve the people around them. So what we have to do is actually look at what serves you and your intentions, right? Jordan Peterson is a famous psychologist. He always talks about the cause. What is the cause that you're chasing? The cause of helping your family get better, a better life, a better quality of life, a better family love life, wealth, health. A lot of people are chasing better spirituality, right? Because they don't understand their religion. And what's worse is if their religion distorts some of their beliefs. For example, I've met people who are gay or lesbian, who are Christians, and they're staunch Christians and they truly believe in the religion, but they can't pursue it because the community does not encourage it and allow it. So they feel displaced and they don't know how to cope with it. And that's where they have depression, mental disorders, and it might not help if their family is just as discouraging, right? So I always ask you to think about your value intention. What do you intend to do to give someone else? That helps you so much to find your true passion. So for example, if it's to spread the gospel and that's your intention because you truly believe in it and it supports you in everything that you achieve, then you can study to become a pastor, you can pursue religion as a career or as whatever you want to do on a daily basis. If you're doing something and every time you get knocked back, pursue that religion, right? The other thing is, again, the intention can be applied whereby, do you want to help people become happier? If it is, which area is it? So I know a lot of people who are into brain science, psychologists, psychotherapists, counselors. These days, there are so many of these people because it's an interesting topic in school to study. when you're unsure about studying business and math and economics, they study that. And they truly, most of them have an inner want to help. As I mentioned, all humans want to help each other, want to love each other. It's just that these days, selfishness is something that's very, very hard to stop. And greed is part and parcel of the world that we live in today, right? Not because of any particular reason, but it's just the way human nature has evolved. So look at the intentions that you might have. I give another example. I know a lot of people who work in software, and the ones who are truly, truly passionate believe that code can help build things that are scalable, whereby when they die, they can pass it on to somebody. So if they're building certain things that are for, let's just say, mental health platforms, if they're helping the poor people in rural areas who are villagers sell the stuff on e-commerce, and when they die, those guys can still carry on. They see a purpose and they want to go to work. They want to improve themselves solely to help these people. I've also met people who work for the ride-hailing companies because their moms and dads used to be taxi drivers or private chauffeurs who struggled during times of, let's just say, COVID, struggled during times where it was holiday season and everybody was out of town and they didn't have anybody taking their taxis. So find your intentions. Ask yourself, what do I truly want to do for someone else? What do I talk about the most to my friends? Like for me, the thing I talk about to my friends the most, ever since I was young, was fitness when I found it, and self-growth, self-actualization, and personal growth. So I was not as articulate as I am today because I was just throwing wild terms out the door and everybody had to try and catch it from me in different areas. But slowly and surely, I realized that I was different from everybody because I was pursuing something that was not common, right? When I was young, nobody wanted to really work out. It hurts, the aches and the strains, and it wastes a lot of time. You can't go on social dates or hang out with friends drinking because it's just you need that time, and people more likely to go drinking than to hang out with you at the gym. It's just natural, right? So find your own intention. Maybe your intention is to help somebody to become a better communicator, right? Simply because you think if everybody can communicate better, we can understand each other better and we have lesser misunderstandings, right? A lot of people actually have this, or some people even want people to have happier families because they struggle in their own family. They understand the different challenges at home. So some people went into studying trauma healing. Some people these days are even coming up to help with relationship help. And these people dig deep to learn, study, to serve a purpose of their intention. So I hope you question yourself, understand your own intentions, and I hope this whole video serves you, because the word purpose, passion, waking up without having to work, that's a very big piece of a football that I could never get for a long time. But why was I happy with what I was doing on a daily basis? It was all because I kind of knew what I was doing and I fell into it. And because of that, I wanted to share and keep breaking down those tough conversations to make it into things that you guys can understand, right? Because again, everybody has different amount of resources, different amount of network, you know. So I want you guys to understand that the passion, the purpose, firstly, you got to try all kinds of stuff. Secondly, if you can't, think about your own intentions. What's the intention you have in life? Like, what's the biggest intention you can ever pursue in life? I have the intention to, for me, it's to help people, is to see people smile. And ultimately, my intention is to find more kind people. And if there's any unkind people and nasty people, I hope I can convert them. But if I can't, then that's okay, right? At least I get to know people around, and who knows, they might be the ones who actually suffered from some challenges in their youth.